Is drywall frustrating for you? Yeah, me too. Let's figure out how to fix that.
Honey, 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 honey.
Today we are on our way to our Studio City project, where we are going to be talking about how to deal with drywall, drywall repair, drywall tips, drywall finishes. A lot of people do not put enough attention onto the drywall finish because they don't think that it's actually an important finish. And the truth is, there are moments when drywall is more important than any other finish in the house. So we're going to be looking through all of those details, focusing on some of the things that I like to pay attention to when we're dealing with drywall and taking care of those finishes. And hopefully we'll get that off our punch list and keep that job moving forward.
We actually have two chances for some rain this week, and the first one happens already later this afternoon. And this is going to continue. This wet weather is going to continue throughout the evening and even into the early part of your Tuesday. Those overnight hours, you can see some showers out through the San Bernardino County mountains.
What's going on, everybody? It's me, Jason, with Buy Build Sell, your Los Angeles contractor and developer. Come on in and check it out. So when you're doing new construction, obviously the first thing you're gonna do once you start drywall is you're slapping up those big sheets of drywall, you're putting them on, you're putting the mud coats on, and you're getting it to a skim coat where you sand it and you prime it. But what we don't really talk about too much is the damage that the drywall incurs and the amount of times that repairs need to happen, and some of the smaller, finer details that actually have to wait till the end of the project to actually be executed on. Today, what we're gonna talk about is waiting, learning how to be patient, and using the proper tools to get those details that you want done at the right time. So with every project that you have, there's always those things that happen at the end. They're just super frustrating, and you kind of immediately want to try to repair it. You want to get on top of it, get it over with. Sometimes that's required, but a lot of the times I actually like to wait till I'm just about ready to start painting so I can really get all those details done in one shot, get it all done at that moment, as opposed to constantly being ahead of myself. Let me give you a for instance. These cabinets go in, and we have a ding all the way up on the metal corner bead. In the same room, we have drywall repair that's happened because we wanted to move a switch. We wanted to add a junction box. Well, this is the junction box. We wanted to add switches. And we had to open all this up in the same room. Once we were getting our trim on, look what happened up at the top of the door. To keep things level and adjust the door appropriately, the door guy actually just slammed the drywall in to allow room for the trim to sit properly, and that caused damage to the drywall. So in one room, we have 3 spots, and all I have to do is wait patiently till the cabinet guys are done, the electricians have completed their job, and the trim guys are done, so I can get the drywall guys in right now, and I know I won't have any issues later. Now let's talk about those details. I'll show you 2, maybe 3 examples, depends on how lucky you are today. But here's example 1, come on in. Now we talk about getting those drywall details that we have to wait till the end to get. And the spaces where I usually find those things are usually in corners like this, where we have a finished material and a non-finished material. Or if you want to consider drywall a finished material, that's great too. But essentially, right here, we have this line where we finish the tile, and now we need to make sure that we can connect these 2 points where it'll end up being flush and perfect and look beautiful. So now that we have the tile in, we can actually get to that drywall detail and make it look perfect. I'll give you a second example right over here. Right over here is our second detail. Now, if you can see, we have all of our stairs in, but we have all these frayed edges right where we've cut to allow our wood to sit in. And what we're gonna end up doing is we're actually gonna put a nice molding or a metal trim for the drywall to sit right in there and get us as close to the wood as possible and still give us a nice clean reveal at each step. And that's gonna happen all along the whole exterior of the stairs. That's another thing, you have to be patient, wait for it, and get it right at the final End of the project. Okay, since you guys are being so good, I'm gonna give you a third detail that we look out for when we're doing drywall. But first, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, like this video. It lets other people just like you know that they might like this video too, and it helps me a lot. And of course, let me know you're here in the comments and I'll see you there. Come on, check this last detail out. So something that we have to do with cabinetry a lot is something called scribing. And that basically means that we're taking that wood and we're scribing against the wall to kind of hide the slight variations in detail that we might be trying to avoid in cutting something out or moving something or changing something completely, right? So well, that happens a lot with cabinetry. This piece, without certainty, whether it's dead straight or not, has been scribed. And a lot of the times when you scribe something like this, there's usually drywall details that need to happen at the very edge of this to clean it all up and make it look perfect again. And you can kind of see a little bit on the top where that has to happen, and some spaces where it might just not be exactly the spacing we want it to be. So putting a little bit of drywall touch-up on there allows that to be perfectly lined, and it's something that you really won't be able to see too much of the detail on once this is done. So right now, I'm just texting one of my project managers. He's asking about a certain detail in one of the bathrooms. So I'm basically just going over that detail, the material that we're supposed to be using for it, what it's supposed to look like, and making sure that he has all the information ready to execute so that way the project can continue moving forward. That's a wrap on your drywall tip episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, learned a lot, learned some new information. Of course, if you can, go ahead, press that subscribe button. It helps me tremendously. And of course, press that like button. Lets other people like you know they might like it too. And I'd love to see your face and your name in the comments. Say hello to me down below. See you soon.
Action.
Today, we're gonna have some fun with drywall. Can't keep doing this. Am I the only one that feels like you do that twisting thing just to make it seem like you're doing something, but then you press manual and it's back to normal?
No, I have to adjust this.
You're a liar. Go ahead, let me know you're here in the comments, and come check this last point out. You made me do this like 17 times. Well, if this was plumbing, it'd be a job. Oh my God. How many takes is this? But since you,
Sorry, but just...
I'm Jason, Los Angeles contractor, developer. Can we speed this thing up? I know what we're doing here. Come on, making a YouTube episode. Yeah.